It is a major barrier to affording to live in the Bay Area, not just keeping up with monthly rent, but the cost you have to pay up front. Now a plan in the works could give renters a break on the skyrocketing security deposits. So check this out. You can see how it adds up. Most renters usually have to pay up the first month's rent before they even move in. The average two-bedroom apartment in San Francisco and San Jose right now is $2,500. Under current rules, landlords can charge up to 2 months rent for the security deposit, up to 3 months rent for furnished apartments. So some renters are paying as much as $10,000 before they even step foot in the door. So our John Ramos looks at the bill moving through the state capitol right now to rein in all of those costs. The critics who warn it may backfire.
When we talk about the high cost of an apartment in the Bay Area, we're usually referring to the monthly rent. But for a lot of people, the biggest barrier is the amount of cash you have to come up with up front. As a single mom, Jenya Cassidy found the process of getting an apartment so trying that she became a tenants' rights activist. In fact, the whole family became activists when her two daughters made news in 2019 by lobbying the Alameda City Council for rent control. Now, Jenya works out of her apartment, and she doesn't take it for granted.
Even with, I think, really a pretty decent job, the best job I've had in my life, I feel a lot thinking about the future if I had to move, how expensive that would be for me.
Jenya says with the high cost of living in the Bay Area, even people with good, stable employment have a difficult time building savings.
Not many residents have $10,000 sitting in the bank.
So Assemblymember Matt Haney has introduced a bill, AB 12, that would limit security deposits to a maximum of 1 month's rent.
We have to not only think about the cost of rent, but the cost to get into housing to begin with. So this is a fair solution, a common sense solution, I think.
But not everyone thinks it's fair. Sid Laccaretti is vice president of the California Rental Housing Association and a landlord himself. He says he only charges the maximum deposit when a tenant has little or no credit history, such as an international student.
And I asked for 2 months security deposit. And if they can't provide that, then I have to really consider, am I taking a big risk here?
He says at a time when more housing is needed, the legislature is making some small landlords reluctant to rent out their properties at all.
This is sort of death by 1,000 cuts. They've been passing bill after bill after bill to limit how we can screen potential residents who live at our property and who we rent to and who we do business with.
Jenya just knows how it affects her family. She's happy in her apartment, but knows it would be hard to ever leave it. Even people who can afford monthly rent can be trapped where they live if they don't have thousands of dollars for a new security deposit.
That it does, it absolutely privileges a certain group can move and a certain group is stuck. And we just have more and more people who are really just getting by, living paycheck to paycheck. That means you don't have that money.
AB 12 doesn't exactly have bipartisan support. It cleared the Assembly without a single Republican vote. It now needs approval by the Senate and the governor's signature before it can become law.
Now, there could also be some help coming from Congress. East Bay Congresswoman Barbara Lee is co-sponsoring a bill to help low-income renters with security deposits with more federal support. Renting is still a better bargain in the Bay Area now compared to buying. Redfin recently crunched the numbers and found the monthly cost of home ownership is more than twice the monthly rent for the same single-family home. So here is how it breaks down around the region. The typical home in San Jose is 165% more expensive per month to buy than rent, 139% more in San Francisco, and 99% more in Oakland.